one thing that I do not take no for an answer. If I can't create how I want to create, I can't. It ain't nowhere I need to be. So anybody knows, like, we only making money out here through shows and merch.
Yeah,
so.
and reality changes.
Oh yeah, my stage hand. Shout out to Drew Rosario. If she wouldn't have been there, listen.
Hey,
she would not have been there. She held it down.
Nah, she was dope. On my shit dope. Like, the dancers, you got dancers with you, all that. I'm like, what the fuck? It's a band. I'm like, and it was just one of the performances there that like stood out to me the most. You know what I'm saying? Silence for them, they ain't gonna get half of that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so they don't care. But I think what people gotta understand is, like you said, taking the mind that this is, y'all all making music because y'all love it. But taking the mind, it is a business. So if me personally, like, this is just me, how I feel. Like I said, OG. Yes sir, yes sir. Like I said.
I'm major in this game. Y'all just need to know my name.
Yo, come through Tulsa. OG Nino. And we back in this motherfucker. We got a special guest in the house for y'all, man. Let her introduce herself.
What's up, y'all? It's Kendra Mars, aka the Boombox God, tapping in with OG Nino Nim.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And like I said, dope. Appreciate you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Man, nah, for real. Like, we just gonna get in some of the backstory, even how we met or whatever.
Okay.
Steph Simon asked me to host Dreamland Festival, Vanguard. It was Friday at the Vanguard. So, you know, I pull up and, you know, it's acts, people performing, boom, boom, boom. And it's crazy because when we first got there, you know, I go to the backstage, everybody somebody said, Kendra. I'm like, who is Kendra? On my soul, they was like, I think it was like the DJ dude, or not the DJ dude, but the one with the ponytail or whatever. He had the glasses on. Somebody had asked, like, Kendra, and I was like, who is that or whatever? And that's like, oh, I heard she dope. I was like, oh, where? She's like, yeah, she got a band or something. I'm like, oh, for real?
Shout out to the band and to my band. Thank you to my band.
And I'm like, damn, she got a band. I was like, that's kind of different. So, like, you know, long story short, I think we run into your whoever did the costume design. She doing the costume changes.
Oh yeah, my stage hand. Shout out to Drew Rosario. If she wouldn't have been there, listen.
Hey,
if she would not have been there, she held it down.
Nah, she was dope. On my soul, she did. Like, it was some different shit. Like, cause she kicked it with us. You know what I'm saying? The whole time was just chopping it up. She's like, "Is it gonna be clear?" This one I knew it was gonna be different. She's like, "Is it gonna be clear?" I was like, "What's up? You need people to move?" She's like, "Well, yeah, cause they got costume change." I'm like, "Costume change?" It's like, what the fuck? Like, on me, like, it's some different shit on my soul. So that's when I'm like, all right, cool. We, you know, have people, you know, move around and shit.
Yeah.
On my soul, we chopping it up.
I appreciate that too, because
sure.
If y'all wouldn't have been there to make sure that we had a clear shot from the stage to the green room,
it could have been hectic.
It could have been hectic.
On my soul. That's why I'm like, nah, that shit was dope, because we like, all right, they finna put on the show. Shit, everybody move.
If it's one thing.
Nah, for sure. So, like, she, you know, she tell us all that or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, boom, you come out, y'all doing y'all thing or whatever. I'm like, damn, this shit dope. Like, the dancers, you got dancers with you, all that. I'm like, what the fuck? It's a band. I'm like, and it was just one of the performances there that, like, stood out to me the most. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, damn, like, for me to never hear of you, because you're not from Tulsa, right?
I'm not from Tulsa. I love Tulsa, you know what I'm saying? But I am from Muskogee, Oklahoma, Reeves Edition, to be specific. But yeah, that was and you know what? That was our first time putting on a production of that size. And it was a blessing and a curse, because, well, not even so much a curse, main definitely heavy on the blessing, because now for our next show, we know, you know, what kinks to work out, what works, what don't, what the additions we need to add, the things we need to take away, you know. And
yeah, it was like I said, because I've never heard of you. I never, you know, but that was like impressive. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I know it's going to only get better for sure, but it was just something that stood out, because I'm like, damn, like, you know, they had like a real show. Like, it felt like a real show.
We
like,
had
you
the
know,
lights,
everything.
You know
like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, yeah, that shit was crazy. So I'm like, you know, I was like, that's when I would like talk to you back there. I was like, you know, I do the show or whatever. I was like, you know, I had you come on because that was dope. You know what I'm saying? People need to kind of hear your name, know about you.
Thank you. I thank you for having me, man.
I appreciate you.
I put a lot into what I do across the board, you know, and I've studied the greats. I'm a student before I'm an artist. So I look at people like Beyonce, Prince, Michael Jackson, you know, just great performers, exceptional performers, and I try to implement that into what I do.
Yeah,
you know, because my goals, my long-term goals are like, I want to be an icon, I want to be a legend.
Yeah.
And you can't do that by doing what everybody else is doing. You have to
Be innovative.
carve out your own lane. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I do not take no for an answer. If I can't create how I want to create, I can't. It ain't nowhere I need to be. So I do want to give a shout out to Steph.
For sure, shout out
because
Steph.
he was so patient with us, you know, because I had specific things that I required, and he understood that, and you know, he allowed me a space to do what I want to do. Present
for sure.
how I want to present.
For sure, because like I said, it was dope. That, you know what I'm saying, he even asked me to host, so I'm like, I pull up, I'm like, oh, that's dope, you know what I'm saying, I ain't never hosted no shit before, you know, so,
well,
you know,
you did great.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it, because, you know, I'm just like, all right, I'll pull up and talk on the mic, introduce people if you want me to, you know what I'm saying, and he was like, yeah, I'll pay you for it, boom, boom, I'm like, that's what's up, so, you know, we handled that, and like I said, we end up networking through that, so that was good, like I said, and you put on the show, and I was just more impressed with, like, how the show went and everything like that, and then it just made me want to know more about you, so that's what I'm like, I want to get into, like, you know, growing up, so you born in Muskogee?
I was born in Muskogee, and I moved around a lot. I was a foster child, so which that was a blessing and a curse, because of that, I was exposed to a lot of different genres and music and just different facets of art as a whole. So I keep that with me. Then we ended up moving to Louisiana for a while, so I got to experience that culture, and you know, that's a whole different
yeah, so I'm like,
world.
And like, what age was this? You would say, like, that you moved out there?
We moved to Louisiana when I was on some coming of age type. Can I cuss? Can I cuss?
Yeah.
On some coming of age type shit. So, I was like pre-adult. Coming up on adulthood.
Yeah, about like probably 11, something like that.
No, I was older than that. I was in my teens for sure.
But still, you know,
I was still in my formative years, so I definitely took a lot of that with me. I keep it with me. That Muskogee is where I call home. That's where my heart resides. What was I saying?
Nah, you just speaking about, like, because I asked you just speaking about, you know, being a foster child and going there, getting influences.
So we moved around a lot. Well, I moved around a lot, and I've just been exposed to a lot of things and experienced a lot of things, and everything that I've experienced, I put into my craft. Yeah, like I said, across the board, whether it's writing the song, performing the song, and creating is my favorite part of music. So part of that is putting on a good show. Yeah, like, facts. Building a production from the ground up. It's fun for me.
Yeah, but it's challenging.
It is challenging. It is challenging, and it does require tenacity and determination, drive, ambition. Like, you got to be willing to handle the sleepless nights.
Yeah, I'm about to say, put them hours in.
You got to put that work in. Otherwise, what are you doing it for real?
And you seem like a visionary, you know, with you know, how, like I said, how everything came out, and y'all had masks on, and you know, it was like different songs, different looks, you know, so.
Yep. I did, and it's funny because shout out to the lighting guy. I can't remember his name. I think it was Sanchez.
I don't think I got his name.
Anthony Castleberry, one of the two.
I must say, I don't think, shout out to you though.
Shout out to him, because when I came, I had a set list printed off for myself as well as the band, and I printed off a list of which lights I wanted for which songs. And he made it happen. And it was,
shit was dope. Like I said, I didn't know that it was your first time really doing some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It seemed professional.
Thank you. I've always liked to put on a show when I perform. So my very first time performing, I performed with dancers. I didn't have a band at the time, but I did have dancers. Shout out to them. Yeah. And it just, you know, I just like to elevate every time I do something.
Because in reality, like I said, when I got there, I just didn't know really too many other names on there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, I seen Honcho, there's a few other people. You know what I'm saying? Honcho closed it out or whatever. But like I said, Joe's performance stood out because it was like, that's different. You know what I'm saying? And it just seemed like you actually cared about putting on a good show. And I don't think a lot of people care about it.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking. No. What is you doing? I don't give a fuck about them flowers. Boys, no, fuck off.
A lot of people care about putting on a good show. You know, people want to be seen. They want to make music and stuff like that. And like, just even to get back into, like you said, you take a lot of the influence from where you grew up at.
Right.
into your style? Because it seemed like you had a lot of different styles. Like it wasn't just one style of music. Like you wasn't just an R&B girl or just a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It was just like you did everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what influences would you say, like, as far as modern days that you would look up to, or what would be like a dream feature for you?
Ooh, a dream feature for me, off rip, Beyonce. Beyonce and Kendrick. Those are my two, I would say,
like Hope Grail features.
Yeah, like influential for me. Just in general, but especially like modernized.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. More just, you know, like if you was to get a record deal and, you know, you get to work with certain people.
You know what's crazy? Instead of like them featuring on my stuff, I would like for them to reach out to me to feature on something of theirs, because that would mean more to me.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Oh, you trust me with
sure.
your art?
It's like the cosign. Yeah, that cosign alone is gonna
okay, you like me,
melt the motherfucker heart. Right. Yeah, for sure. Right. So yeah, that's dope though, because like I said, I saw Soul Body Cypher that you did. Oh, and I didn't know you could rap like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I'm like, you know, I heard some good, you know, good music, good cadences, melodies was there, but I'm like, I didn't know you rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I heard the Kendrick. I'm like, Beyonce, Kendrick, it makes sense, you know, because I could see it. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, on the rapper side, like, who do you look at as like, you know, outside of Kendrick, you know, that's just like somebody that's dope to you and that you know probably listen to their shit and inspire you to start wanting to make music? You know?
Most Def. Most Def changed my life when it comes to hip hop. There was a time when you couldn't tell me that the sun didn't rise and set in like Boosie and Lil Wayne's ass. So when the first time that I ever heard real hip hop was Most Def, and it like opened a whole new door of rap to me. Yeah, and I started studying that, and you know that, and then battle rap as well. Yeah, because that's taught me how to like really structure.
A song. Because like, not to cut you off, but that's more like you said Boosie, Lil Wayne, and like I mean, Boosie, Webby, you know, that type of shit is more what you knew, and then you come to like this Talib Kweli, Most Def type of era, and it just it's dope that you know you can differentiate the difference of style and music and take them serious. Because most people are like, I don't listen to that shit. I wouldn't even give it a chance.
You have to. If you want to be a good artist, you have to expose yourself to other facets. Otherwise, you're making yourself stagnant. You in your own way.
You're keeping yourself in a box. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are keeping yourself in a box. You marginalizing yourself in a box, and you're not going to ever get out of that box if you don't see the world bigger than what it is. So like I said, that's dope, because I heard all different type of sounds in you. And you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking you about these artists, because we all take influences from somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
And you can hear it.
Of course.
You can hear it. And it's I feel like it's also important to maintain your individuality, because when I'm in create mode, like because right now I'm working on a new project, I don't listen to really anything but myself and what influences me and inspires me. Well, not necessarily influenced, but mostly inspires.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because
you don't want to get drugged away from it. Yeah, because you won't.
Subconsciously, we put what we're listening to into what we're creating. And when I listen to myself when I'm creating, I dig in my own bag, and it allows me to, while still maintaining, you know, you can still hear the influences genre-wise, but I don't think that I sound like anybody specifically. You know what I'm saying? I know what you mean. Be compared per se, and I'm not a person that minds comparisons. Like I know some people like hate that shit. It does not bother me.
I don't think people do it to put somebody down or try to make them seem smaller than the person. It's just like they don't know who else to compare you to sonically. You get what I'm saying? So
I think it's an honor to me. Yeah, if somebody like, you remind me of so and so.
Exactly,
I'm like, they did it before.
They dope as fuck. They signed. You know what I'm saying? So
that's an honor. Thank you.
Most people look at it as like somebody trying to put them down. It's just an egotistical thing people go through.
You got to step outside. You have to maintain some ego to get you where you need to go, so you can like stand on your business. Yeah, but you gotta let your ego go, man, so you can,
because it could get you tricked off for sure. It could missed opportunities is the worst shit based off of ego. You know what I'm saying? Because people test people sometimes when they say shit just to see what they do.
Just to see.
I say stand on your principles, your morals and shit, and that should get you the furthest. Like, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, individuality is for sure something that you should have and something that you should keep. And like I said, so we're working on a new project, like, you say you only listen to yourself, and I get that, because you don't want to ever just take yourself out of like, you know, oh, I'm listening to too much Beyonce. I'm starting to sound like Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm listening to too much Sexy Red. I'm starting to, you know, so it's cool to song or two, but you know, that's dope that you say that because I think a lot of people do that also. You know, they don't like to speak on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. So
yeah,
and that
honesty's
puts you
the best policy.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
I can't respect somebody that's gonna lie, especially about something like who they are and what you know what I'm saying.
Nah,
like,
facts.
If you don't stand on you,
it ain't
what
nothing.
else? You ain't gonna stand on
shit.
nothing.
On my soul. So like I said, with that putting you into that mode, you say it's album time. You working on a project, and like I said, I heard a song. This is not a lullaby or something where it's like,
oh, did you like that?
Yeah, it was like, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of just it's different. Like I said, when people check your
That's
music out.
my realest song.
That's what I'm saying. When they check your music out, they hear it because like you got so many different styles. Like it's almost like X. You know who XXXTentacion is? Like yeah, it's like
may he rest in peace.
Exactly, rest in peace, X for sure. But it's like so many different styles, and like I said, I can hear it because it's not too much music out that I've seen, but it's like you on the cusp of something for real. You get what I'm saying? And like I heard, it's like, and when you find your, like I ain't gonna say your sound, but everybody just gonna have that one project that people gonna put on their t-shirts, put on their frame on albums. You know what I'm saying? This is, and you gonna have that if you keep doing what you're doing to me, because like I said, you have a lot of different styles, it's like still you, and the name stand out, everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you on to something. You know?
Thank you.
Nah, for real, you on to something. You on to something. Because like I said, we don't bring artists here unless I feel like when I do my interviews, I feel like everybody that come here, you can look up in 5 years and they're going to be progressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If not famous or whatever they chasing, they're going to be there.
That's a thing for me, man. Like I can't, like I said, I got big dreams, big goals.
Facts.
And them type of goals and dreams require work. And if you ain't got no work ethic, you know what I'm saying? So I say that to say this. I feel like it's important for an artist to have a vision. Like, where do you want to go with this? Is this a hobby for you? Do you make music just because you love it? Are you being mindful of the fact that this is still the music business at the end of the day? We all make music because we love it, but it's still a business. So if going back to, you know, putting on a good show, anybody knows, like, we only making money out here through shows and merch.
Yeah,
so
in reality,
if
even
you're not
once
putting
you
on
sign
a good show, who's buying a ticket?
Even once you sign, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So,
ain't nobody buying a ticket to. I'm not.
Nah, so I'm not finna waste my 10,
I'm
15,
not,
even if it's 20, 30. Yeah, because, you know, just to come, fuck nah.
I can listen to the. I'll stream it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or
facts.
download it or buy it, whatever.
Because you really wasted more than the ticket. You putting on an outfit, you know what I'm saying? You doing all that to come out.
You lost more money than you made.
On my soul. And like I said, like you said, people do got to take, because I ask my friends all the time, I'm like, if y'all just want to make money from music, y'all don't have to be signed artists. Y'all can just like upload y'all shit in the right places. You know what I'm saying? If you love it like that. So it's obvious a lot of people want to be signed. Now, with that being said, is a record deal something you would sign?
If the label offering wasn't trying to fuck me. Like if they're offering something, I think Toby said this too, if they're offering me something that I can't give to myself, then we could talk about it. But if everything in this contract is something that I'm already doing on my own, then
what's the point?
It's not, you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me.
Nah, for sure.
But I mean, I would definitely consider it.
Yeah, I think, because like personally, I think a lot of people look at it as like, ain't no good record deal. You know, they look at it like, ain't no way you're not gonna get fucked in some way, because the record business don't love nobody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can make $10 million for them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can make $10 million for them. They ain't gonna get half of that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so they don't care. But I think what people gotta understand is, like you said, taking the mind that this is, y'all all making music because y'all love it, but taking the mind it is a business. So if you want to step into that business out of it, just make sure your business is handled. You know what I'm saying?
And B, if you know you're not business minded, it's okay to outsource. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to find a manager or an accountant or somebody a lawyer, somebody you trust to handle your business. If you know, being self-aware is important as well, because you have to know. I know I don't. If I took the time, I absolutely could engineer my own music. Yeah. Do I want to wear both of those hats? Absolutely not. Yeah. So I'm going to outsource. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it take away from, like, you know, you trying to focus on being the artist right now. You know what I'm saying?
I have other things to think about. So I'm a hire somebody.
That makes sense. You know, you just got to trust people and, you know, trust the right people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all you can do at the end of the day. I know people be scared because the horror stories they hear about engineers and mad producers, and then they make all this money and they don't get shit, or they come up together and boom, you know what I'm saying? Now they own all this in real life. It's all this like backtracking shit that's like, oh, well, you kind of a handshake was what we signed each other. Like, you know, it don't work like that.
I need it in writing.
Yeah,
babe.
you know what I'm saying? So like I said, that's why I might be mindful of your business, a lot of that shit, because people not even intentionally fucking people, it's just they right. You know what I'm saying? And this is the music business. So business, not personal.
And that's another thing. You have to be mindful of what type of relationship you have with somebody, because not everybody's not your friend, and that's okay. It's okay to just do business with somebody. We ain't got to braid each other's hair and talk about boys and kiki and
I'm about to say,
we ain't got to do that. We can keep it strictly business. I prefer it that way. I'm a small circle ass nigga. I keep my circle real small.
Facts. Because like I said, that's real shit. Because a lot of people want to be friends, like,
especially when they see you going up.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Like, a lot of people, because there's niggas that I don't even know that hit my inbox every day trying to smoke, hang out. Like, I don't know if y'all trying to backdoor me or what. On soul, like, I ain't fucking with all that on soul. I'm keeping 100. Like, I keep to myself for real. I'm like a vampire. I pop out when I want.
Yep.
That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? So with that, like I said, it's dope that, you know, you got music coming. Because like I said, I didn't see too much, but I could tell you got a lot of different styles and a lot of different shit. So like I said, I just want to, before we get out of here and do all that, just the album, how far would you say it is completed from being done?
It is... You know what's crazy? I actually have one that is done that's dropping in March, but it's a joint project with Lovelace. It's called Androgyny, and it's completely genreless. We had so much fun making that.
Yeah,
project.
that sounds dope.
We just went in the studio and we wrote the whole thing in one night, and then we went back and recorded it accordingly, and we just had so much fun. So that'll drop in March, but this solo one is it's pretty close. It's really close. I just I just finished one that I'm actually gonna do with Spence.
Yeah, he was telling me something about you shot a freestyle video or something a while ago.
A little, you know, on the pink background type vibe.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
I'm excited about that, but that's probably my favorite one off the project right now. It's called Commandments.
Okay.
That might be the single. Yeah.
Nah, that's hard. And Spencer gonna get you right on the video for sure.
If anything Spencer gonna do is get you right.
Oh yeah, for sure. On my granny. Like I said, so that's dope. And what you mean, and like when you say like genreless or whatever,
like,
it's like I know what you mean by, but it's just more so like, this what I'm saying, this what people don't understand, like you got so many different styles that, you know what I'm saying, that like hearing something like that is exciting because it's gonna be a lot of different shit gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
And it's dope because Androgyny, it only has 4 songs on it. Every single one is a banger. But when I say genreless, I mean there's different, every song is a different genre. Yeah. There's the first one is like it's actually the one we opened the show with. The first, the second one, and the last one that we did at Dreamland are on the project. But it's like a cyber pop 80s kind of. Yeah. It's a vibe. Really has like a R&B undertone. Heartbreak it sounds like a 60s doo-wop song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 3-4 part harmony.
That's dope.
And doo-wop is like that was the last one that we closed out with. And it's like I don't even know how to. It's like a funky like.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean, because I can't too much remember. I remember it, but I can't too, because I know it was just like so many different styles and so much different type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? That's ironic you say that some of them songs on the album, because I'm like, yeah, it was like so many different styles. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, for real. I was like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, man, you did your thing for real.
Yeah,
like,
thank you. I appreciate
that. Shit was crazy. So I was like, that's why I'm like, I'm excited to see more music. I want people to definitely check you out, look you up. That's why, I bring you here. My audience can get see who you are, shit like that. Because for real, like I said, it's not too many people that take music serious, and
yes,
that,
I am
you know what
dedicated to the craft.
I can tell.
I give it everything I got, and then some.
I can tell.
I'm like a rag. I be ringing myself.
On my soul, no, I can tell, because like I said, you got a story. I can hear it, and like in the lullaby song, you speak on a lot of
That was everything I said in that song was true.
That's crazy.
That's why, and I'll probably never perform that song because
you'll break down.
I'll break down.
Yeah, I can tell.
I broke down recording it, and that song is. I don't even think that song is mixed for real. Like
it was just raw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was it?
I wanted it to be
guitar
that
or something?
Yeah,
something like that shit was raw. Like,
one of my best friends, Evan, he played the guitar. And it was like freestyled. His guitar was. He was like, "Sing it out for me." You hear it on the track, and I sang it out, and he just played along, and We didn't mix it. It was me and him and a mic in my living room. And that song is very personal to me. Very personal.
Nah, that shit was raw. Like I said, you got a lot of different styles, and it's a lot. I feel like they should be excited for you. You know what I'm saying?
I think so too.
What you for sure, like I said, because it's not too many females. You the third female guest I done had here. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like every female I've had here is just as good, or if not better than any male I've brought here. And, you know, like I said, it's because we have a lot of different artists and a lot of people don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Because you in Tulsa, you from the surrounding areas. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a 918 baby.
Yeah, I would consider you a Tulsa artist because, you know what I'm saying? I know Muskogee got a lot of people and artists too, but, you know, a lot of people seem like they make their traction and shit here. You get what I'm saying? How they built their name here, you know? Because like I said,
I would agree with that.
Yeah, for sure. So like, you know, that's why I didn't know if you was from here or from there, but it don't matter. We all putting on for Oklahoma. We all putting on for a bigger cause. You someone who takes your craft serious.
Very.
So like I said, that's why I had to get you here. And like I said, I definitely appreciate you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. And anything you want to shout out, anybody, just before we get out of here, anything you got to say?
Yeah, man. Follow me on Instagram and all social platforms at _Kendra Mars. You can stream me on all platforms at Kendra Mars. There's no pizzazz. It's just Kendra Mars.
Straight up.
Shout out my family, my loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Gang them, man them. And shout out to y'all, Spence, Nino.
Nah, man.
Y'all for having me.
Appreciate that. Nah, we appreciate you for pulling up. Like I said, you know, we back. We doing this. Like I said, they should definitely check you out. Definitely.
You really should. Because if you're not, what you doing for real?
You slipping like a motherfucker.
You slipping. Don't be one of them niggas that be like, man, I could have, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get there. I'm telling you.
And don't be one of them fake ass motherfuckers that's like, I been knew about Kendra. No, the fuck y'all didn't. You know what I'm saying? No, the fuck y'all didn't. Y'all wasn't at the show. Y'all didn't know. Y'all gonna know now, but y'all didn't know. So quit lying. Put it like that.
I will say one last thing. Be sure that you follow me on Instagram because that's where I keep up with like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where you're the most active.
And y'all should really pop out and see a show for real because it's gonna be an experience. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I ask is, you know, be present in the moment so you can have an experience.
Yeah. Was that child show? They was throwing the money and shit in there? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, that shit was live. I'm like, it was
funny too because at first they was just gonna throw it on me, and then we was like, we gonna throw it out the crowd. Watch these niggas grab hand at it. They gonna be sick when they find that shit out.
They like, I'm like, damn, I'm like, who threw this fake ass money in this air? I'm sorry. They're like, but it was hell of it, like on my soul. But it was a show though. Like I said, it was just entertaining.
It was just entertainment.
It was some shit we ain't saw.
Keep up with me because when we hit them stadium tours and we making real money, the money we throw will be real.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna throw some racks in the air on my granny.
You know what I'm saying?
On my soul. But nah, it was just entertaining. It was dope. Like I said, I definitely appreciate you for coming.
Yeah.
We part 2 in the future for sure. Like I said, OG Nino, King Spencer, Kendra Mars, we out this motherfucker.
Tappy.
Me personally, like this is just me how I feel. Like I said,
OG.
Yes sir, yes sir. Like I said.
I'm major in this game. Y'all just know my name. OG.